I'm Noel.
I'm Jenny.
And I'm Cole.
And we're living overseas on a dime.
Teva Hurricane. So yeah.
Hi everybody. So I hope you enjoyed my last video about clothing. This video is going to be about the sandals that I'm taking on our trip. I've looked over the years for sandals that were similar to my last Teva sandals, and I couldn't find a good fit, so I tried some Columbia sandals and North Face sandals, and for some reason the straps just didn't fit me properly. And so finally this year, I think I found the perfect sandal. The Teva Hurricane 4. I love them. I am in love with them. Now, I've always been a fan of Tevas. I had an old pair of Tevas for probably around 12 years, but eventually I said goodbye. They got really old, and I just needed a new pair. So I looked and looked, did some research, and I've always loved Tevas. Like I said before, I had an old pair. So I looked, did some research, and the Hurricane 4 I tried, and I just lucked out. So I bought these on Amazon. Funny enough, they don't sell them on the actual Amazon or on the Teva CA website. I don't know why. Those are all the XL. But so if you look on Amazon, they have the Hurricane 4. Now this pair is actually unisex. I think you can get them in black as well, but I kind of like the pretty blue. So why do I love Tevas? Well, first of all, I'm a sandal person. I love wearing sandals. Tevas for me are just a great fit, and my favorite part about it is that there's 3 Velcro straps. So what I love about the straps is that there's 3 polyester straps. So one on the front for the toes, one on the front of the ankles, and one on the back of the ankles. And that's a great option, so you can really customize the way they fit on you. And you can adjust them. I find for me, honestly, I don't adjust these at all. I only adjust this one and put my foot in, but if you want to readjust them, that's fine. I love that Teva, since 2020, I think they said, that all the straps are made with 100% recycled bottles. So they're really, really trying to do all their straps from recycled materials. I think that's great. Even when I got it in the packaging, it was just a cardboard box and some tissue paper. There was no bubble wrap, anything like that. So I really like that aspect, that they're using recycled bottles for all their straps. That's a great idea. And they're leaning towards that more and more, with more recycled materials for their shoes. On the very back of the heel strap, there's a bit of padding on the very back. It's a nice foam padding. Compared to my other old pair of Tevas, which I donated, so I don't have them to compare, but the padding was sticking out a bit more and had more full coverage. That's my only beef with this, is that it's not as big as my old pair of sandals, but you still have that, so it's nice protection and it's nice and soft. So I love Tevas, and as you can see, the footbed is super thick, and I love it, and it's super contoured. You've got a nice arch support. There's extra padding on the heel, which is great because, you know, my husband says that I walk a little bit funny, so I really hit my heels when I walk, so that extra padding on the heel is really great. Super thick, nice and contoured. You know, it's pretty durable. It's not gonna, it bends a bit, so if you're walking on rocks or something, you know, you're not gonna have any problems. The bottom is great. Super, super grippy. Now, I was reading reviews and some people were complaining that they weren't very grippy on rock. I find the total opposite. The grip on these are way better than my old Tevas. Granted, they were older, but they have super improved the grip on these. So the grip, fantastic. We were on wet rocks and I had no problems climbing down and they weren't slipping at all. So I found that the grip was really, really good. So pretty much would I recommend these? Yes, I love Tevas. I keep going back to them. The straps are great. They dry really quickly. I find you can walk in the water, come out, and they'll dry within like a half an hour. So yeah, great polyester straps. Love this part. These are a bit heavier than my old Tevas, but then again, the padding is a little bit thicker than my old ones, and the rubber outsole is a bit more grippy as well, so that I'm sure will put a little bit of extra weight, but not too heavy. I'm used to them now, so yeah, the weight is not a huge issue for me. All in all, they're great. I'd really recommend them, and I love that they're unisex as well. So if you're looking for a low profile sandal, these would not be for you. Teva makes a really good universal sandal, and the universals, if you look at them, they're super flat. If you're looking for low profile, those are great. But that being said, if you get the universal sandal that they have, it's super flat, but you're gonna feel pretty much everything going through. So if you're walking on rocks, you're gonna feel the rocks go right through. Where this, you're not gonna feel anything because you've got the grip, right? So the universal sandals that they have, they're low profile, but they don't have the grip on the bottom, so they're more slippery. But they're lighter, so it depends what you're looking for. I love my Tevas. Give them a try if you're looking for something really grippy. I love hiking in them. If you have problems like me with really sweaty feet, really easy to wash. I used to love wearing Birkenstocks, but they're just not an option, especially if you're traveling in Asia or somewhere where it's really humid. You can just wash them down. If it's raining, you know, when you're walking in a monsoon, or if it's a downpour, these will dry really quickly. And if you're hiking and you encounter a river, or you want to go swimming in a waterfall, anything like that, I've gone swimming in these, no problem. And they're great, especially if you're on a beach that's lots of rocks, like in Europe. You can just go in these. I love them. And they're more grippy than, say, flip-flops on the beach, and then they'll just dry after. So yeah, I highly recommend them.
You're supposed to say the outro.
What's that?
And happy travels?
Oh, yeah. So feel free to hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't subscribed, and happy travels.
Before you end the video, what are these kinds of sandals? Well, can you describe some of these sandals?
These are the Teva Hurricane 4.
What are they good against?
They're great if you're traveling somewhere where it's really rainy.
Ooh, they're good against water. Well, I work for the fourth store and I always go to water panels, so I'm gonna steal these.
Hey, give me those back!
No, fine, you can have one.
Oh, anyways, happy travels.